Hey everyone, Tuan here, and this is the first video of many on my journey of building the SimpleSpeak app in public. So this is basically a spoken English platform that is AI powered, which will enable tech professionals to, like, it'll initially be tech professionals, but we're hoping to expand. But the idea is for tech professionals, especially from countries where English is not their first language. So it's for them to basically level up their spoken English communication and soft skills in the tech industry, right? So this app specifically provides a tailored learning path, which includes it includes a gamified learning approach, and it takes the user through some effective communication frameworks along with practical scenarios and AI powered mock conversations, so the user can basically receive feedback on their skills while practicing in real world scenarios. At the end of the assessments, they basically get a score which can be tracked. The progress can be tracked, and the users can earn like badges, achievements, stuff of that sort. So they have complete visibility on their progress, right? We all know this issue that the tech industry is facing, mostly like software companies, where software companies, unfortunately, in this day and age, especially in the developing countries, right, like Sri Lanka, India, have to unfortunately screen out certain highly skilled and highly qualified applicants to roles like software engineering due to their lack of communication skills, right? So this is a huge problem. It exists, and it's something that I really want to solve. And this is backed by market research, right? So this problem is something like I have absolutely experienced myself in the industry, as in, having brilliant engineers, certain projects, or trying to get into companies, and these guys extremely qualified, extremely technically skilled in what they do, but due to their lack in communication skills and their inability to articulate key things, right? Whether it be in client meetings or even getting through to a role in an interview, there's definitely a lack in it. There's a gap that needs to be addressed, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So we do have the research to back it up as well on a broader scale. So you can see like the financial costs in terms of like the per employee productivity loss, and yeah, it's like 44% of respondents have experienced delayed failed projects due to communication barriers. Basically, yeah, so let's try and solve this. And to be really honest with you, I myself struggle with my spoken English and communication skills in my professional line of work, and it's something that I constantly am trying to improve as well. So this is a problem that I myself face, and I've seen many others face. So it's definitely personal to me. I'm thinking that this could turn out to be a subscription based play, a B2B play as well as a B2C play, and the initial version, at least, the MVP is something I'm hoping to implement in sort of like a retro game learning path kind of concept, right? So now I'll just take you through what I mean through the Figma mockups that I made. So it's basically similar to, it's basically like this retro style games that we are all used to. You enter your role, right? Which then gives you access to your learning path, right? Which includes key pillars of professional communication, especially in the tech industry in this context. And your learning journey is clearly defined from start to finish, right? So on level one, we have like foundations of technical communication, and the MVP is supposed to be, I mean, the whole idea is that we have lecture like sessions. So we will have sessions with the quote unquote like instructor who will explain the topic in depth, providing some examples and useful tools that can be immediately applied in day-to-day communication, right? We will have like learning in the form of video, like in media, which will clearly showcase examples of poor and good communication within a certain context, right? So here we have like stand-up meetings, and as we go through the module, the learner is going to be exposed to communication frameworks like the SBAR framework, which stands for Situation Background Assessment Recommendation, which is a perfect framework that's easily memorizable and easily applied within a certain context, in this case a stand-up meeting, right? So we show them an example of how it's used, right? And then we basically take them through a scenario in the form of, you know, like a game or a boss battle at the end of which is going to happen at the end of each specific module. We provide the scenario which user can, you know, go back to at any time, and it's up to the user to then join a simulation or the mock-up call, or the AI powered mock call, where the participants, right, are gonna be asking questions, and the user would engage in a typical conversation, right, during the stand-up call. And what would happen is they would then be able to apply, and they would be assessed on their application of a said framework in the context of the scenario, right? And as you can see here, you know, it'll be able, the app will be able to track if the key components were discussed, as in the situation background assessment and recommendation. It using an LLM like ChatGPT would like OpenAI API, right, would then be able to rate from a score of like 1 to 10 on how they did which each one of these pillars of the framework, and that would be used to calculate a certain score, right? And the user would be updated as having achieved a certain milestone. If the score falls below a certain threshold, obviously, like, you would have to replay it till you have a proper grasp of the tool that you're going to use, in this case like SBAR. But yeah, repetition makes perfect, right? And with the instant feedback that they're getting, I'm pretty sure that this is one of the most effective ways that that anyone is gonna learn how to communicate and use powerful frameworks like SBAR to completely transform how they communicate, and the impact they're gonna have at work is gonna be increased like tenfold, right? So that's the idea, or the MVP at least, and let's go ahead and start building it. So this UI mockups are a starting point, and it's time for me to, you know, head up, have a chat with my technical co-founder and see how we can translate this into an actual working MVP. I'll keep you updated on that. So thank you so much for sticking through. Day one done.